Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Season 3 of the podcast. I was trying to think of alterations to make, like we did not as much of a revamp as last year, but like other like subtle changes to the format or like categories or something. But I couldn't think of anything that I was passionate about.
There's no point in changing stuff for like the sake of changing it. Like last one, it that needed to happen, the last one, but this one was like, it's fine for now. If you think of anything, I'm sure we can.
Yeah. I did want to have like something, like one little thing, just to mix up. I was trying to think like, one of the categories changing, like the unique category changing that to something more permanent or something. But I couldn't think of anything that I was too passionate about. It's like, might as well not do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anything either.
Matty wants to have like a ranking system or rating system in again. But I don't know how to do that in a more streamlined way than last time, than just having like 100 films that are in an order kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
and it's less clear because not all of us do the podcast every week either as well.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. If we were to do that, then Matty and Mason have to come on every week, but they just don't. So
there could be some kind of ratings thing,
I guess,
but not. I don't know,
because you could still get an average even if just 2 people watch it.
Then it's not like representative of the whole podcast. That's the only thing. It'll annoy my OCD.
Yeah, I guess so.
That like 2 of us watched Happy Gilmore and gave it 10, and no one else watched it, and then 4 of us watched.
You're gonna give Happy Gilmore a 10?
Don't know. Ooh. What's a hint at what's to come? Maybe, don't know. Who knows? But yeah, 4 people watch Behind Enemy Lines and give it a 6. So this is not really fair. 2 people vote for Happy Gilmore.
Behind Enemy Lines, what's that? Is that the one from 2001 that was in the box office in December 2001?
It is, actually. You're correct.
Oh, wow.
The action thriller. There was another genre. It was war. War wasn't even one of the genres. That's funny.
No, that was in the tagline, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was action thriller and something else. And then the tagline was like something to do with war. And there's Gene Hackman, Owen Wilson, directed by John Moore, who I'd never heard of.
I mean, we couldn't get the film.
That's very. I had heard of the title there. That's what makes it more known, but I had no idea about it. That was a weird one. I just couldn't imagine. Yeah, Owen Wilson, Gene Hackman, action film in 2001. That did not compute. Like, yeah, Gene Hackman. How old was he then? Probably in his 70s. Yeah, he would have been early 70s, I think, at that point, because he's like.
How old is he now?
He's like, I think maybe he's like 92 now.
He's alive.
Maybe. Yeah, he's alive. Yeah, he's alive and well. He cycles wherever he lives.
Oh, yeah. He's 92 now. Cycles.
Yeah, I've seen him cycling.
Not fair.
That's like the only, because there's like he has no public face at this point. Like he's not doing anything. So
what kid really can you do it?
Yeah, it's 92 years old, I guess. Only media I've seen of him is him doing his cycling. I'm not sure. I don't think he lives in LA either.
What's your favorite Gene Hackman movie?
Probably Unforgiven. Probably.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen many, but from what I have seen, probably Unforgiven.
I do really like Tenenbaums though.
I haven't seen Tenenbaums.
And he's really good in the conversation. The conversations might be his best performance. Oh no, I changed my mind. Crimson Tide. Crimson Tide is my favorite.
Have you seen the original Superman?
Yeah, I watched that in cinema last year.
Well, nice. The one he's in.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah, I think it elevated it watching it in cinema.
Fair.
But I do really like it. I do like.
So many films that I want to watch in cinema though. Like when was it in Stevenage they showed The Shining. It's so much better in front of the big screen. I want to watch so much more. I wish, like, at the moment the cinema's so dead as well.
Yeah.
Like, what was it? I was looking like tonight, and it was like, oh, you can watch like Morbius. What was it? And Morbius, Sonic on Fantastic Beasts. It's like that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't really want to watch any of them, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't care about any of those. This week was particularly dead. It's kind of we obviously landed on Metal Lords just because I wanted to record the podcast on the Friday. It came out on the Friday. It's on Netflix. Nice and easy. 90 minutes. Just watch it.
Does it come out today?
Right. Yeah.
Oh, fair.
So that was the main reason. But even if we did like a normal cinema film, like there's nothing exciting coming out this week. And the big one that's coming out, I do not care. I really cannot be asked for Fantastic Beasts. I don't know why.
I haven't seen any of the other ones.
I've seen the first one. I thought it was all right. Obviously, I fell asleep watching the second one in the cinema. But even aside from the parts where I was awake for, it's just not very good. And the vibe I get from people is that they didn't like it either. So I have no intention to rewatch it. So based on that, I have to rewatch those first two films to watch this new one. And no one's even excited about this new one either. I don't know. I just could not be asked. So yeah, that makes even more sense to eventually just land on.
And even like Morbius and stuff, it came out like last week, so it's not like the timing doesn't work.
Morbius sounds so bad.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. I was gonna watch it, but I've heard so many bad things about them. I'm gonna bother.
Yeah, I'm not bothering. I haven't even seen Batman yet, to be honest. I need to watch it before it goes out of cinema.
You haven't watched the Batman? Oh, that's quite good.
No, might watch it when I come home.
It's so gritty.
Even
so gritty.
Every 10 years is even grittier Batman. until it's just grit.
It's gonna be a black screen.
Yeah, it's just black. It's
just shoveling mud into a black.
It's just grit. It's just grit, like the grit you get on the roads.
Yeah,
It's just them laying down grit for 90 minutes.
It's just gonna be a black screen with a green screen, like truck going across it, laying down grit. Yeah, that's it. That's what's gonna be.
Gritty.
Batman's driving the truck. You can't see him because he's in the shadows wearing black.
Gonna have to add a few extra R's into gritty. It's gonna be like gritty. But yeah, I will watch it before it leaves cinema. Hopefully. There's another one. No, wait, I think that's the only thing that I care to see that's come out in the last month. I haven't watched anything new since Jackass.
I feel like I haven't watched anything new since the Batman cinema. No, literally, like my Odeon Limitless card is just wasting away, just not being used because I can't be bothered to go and watch anything.
The Northman. The Northman's out next week. That's what I'm waiting for. That's gonna absolutely fucking bang.
What's the unbearable weight of massive talent coming out on?
Oh, that's the week after. The next 2 weeks. Oh yeah, it's gonna get exciting now. The Northman and then unbearable weight of massive talent.
Yeah, I feel like there's always like a little kind of time after the like award season where the films that don't care about that kind of stuff just come out and But no, I'm looking. We're doing that next week on the next podcast, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. Yeah,
looking forward to that.
So I might rewatch some Nick Cage films in preparation because it's like
I've never seen Con Air. I might watch Con Air.
Oh, that's fucking bad. All those the 3 films, the 3 action films he did after winning an Oscar. It's just such a funny. He won an Oscar. Then was like, I'm just going to make the most bombastic, crazy action films for the next few years. Face Off. I can't remember what order it goes in. I think it's The Rock, Face Off, Con Air. I think that's the order.
Con Air and Face Off both came out in 97.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Mad.
So The Rock came out in 96.
Yeah, those 3, just bangers. Absolutely.
Bangers. You've seen Pig, haven't you?
Yeah, that's good.
No, I could watch that.
An adaptation. That's one of the best performances I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah.
He's such a weird actor.
I think
he's kind of like he's a good actor, but he just kind of also does what he wants and makes shit films like when he feels like it. I respect it, to be fair.
I think he just made the shit films to get out of bankruptcy. I think.
Probably.
Like he could, just keep making them quick, get a bit of money, just build up.
He's Spider-Man Noir into Spider-Verse, isn't he?
Oh yeah, very got a nice paycheck for that.
Yeah, probably, to be fair.
All right, should we start?
Yeah, why not?
And may we start? And may we start? The head-to-head golfing comedies. It's a great subjects. That's not the right one.
Very creative. Very specific.
Caddyshack versus Happy Gilmore. Caddyshack A rejected hot. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. I put in my like note thing where I put the synopsis in the title. I mixed up the titles. So I've got Caddyshack. I've got Caddyshack with the Happy Gilmore synopsis.
Like, I was thinking them, a rejected hot. I was like, what?
No, Happy Gilmore was the first one. Yeah. Happy Gilmore, a rejected hockey player, puts his skills to the golf course to save his grandmother's house. That's Happy Gilmore. Seen it. This is my fourth time, maybe. I think I've seen it. Fourth or fifth time. It's kind of become quite a more common, because I only watched it the first time not too long ago, maybe like in the first lockdown. It's kind of a very easy rewatch. It explains why. Come back to it, Ross. Your opening thoughts on Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, I feel like films like these kind of Adam Sandler films, I have no idea how many times I've seen them, but because I just kind of these like Adam Sandler comedies, they're like a special kind of genre where it doesn't take any brain to watch them. You can just watch them and just like enjoy the ride. And I feel like you need films like that in the world. And Happy Gilmore, like I'd say it's like an upper mid tier Adam Sandler film. Like if you look at all his films, like, and yeah, so just an easy watch. And there's so much kind of like things to laugh at there. Like I feel like everything around like Chubbs and his hand is just really funny for some reason. Like it's just really stupid comedy, but that's what you expect from like an Adam Sandler comedy. And yeah, it's just really enjoyable. I feel like Adam Sandler just kind of plays Adam Sandler in most of the things he's in, but it's enjoyable. Yeah, I must say this. The mum from Modern Family, Julie Bowen, she looks really. I didn't realize it was her when I watched this, so nice to see her in something else. So yeah, I enjoyed it.
Her first film, I think, or like her first like major film at least. Probably did some TV before that. This is probably my favorite Sandler comedy. I think. I'm pretty sure. I'd have to like look at all the ones that I've seen, but I'm pretty sure this would be my favorite. Definitely my favorite of like the early years of him, like the night. Like, Billy Madison was kind of fine. I didn't love it. What's the I do like Baby Daddy actually. I should Baby Daddy's kind of good. Is it called Baby Daddy? Is it called Baby Daddy? Yeah. Is it called Baby Daddy?
No, it's not called Baby Daddy.
What is it called? Big Daddy.
Big Daddy. Yeah.
Yeah, Big Daddy.
Big Daddy. That sounds about right. Let me have a look.
Keep saying Big Daddy.
Yeah, Big Daddy. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Not Baby Daddy, Big Daddy. Yeah, I do like. I think actually, Big Daddy's actually like legit good. I think. I like. I don't know. It's actually, yeah, it's a funny one. But yeah, Happy Gilmore. Just the jokes per minute is the key here. I feel like there's just a lot of amusing content the whole way through. Like I stuck this on at like 11 or something like that last night, and it was just seamless, just easy. It's just constant carousel of Sana doing his thing, and also Ben Stiller in his like segment of the film as well. It just has me cracking up. That's just one of the funniest like conceits. The idea of like an abusive care worker in an old people's home. I don't know. I just find it so funny. And Shoot McGavin as well as this obnoxious golfing personality. Yeah, this gets everything right for me. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Happy Gilmore, and even the way it like presents professional golf is funny in how ridiculous it is, and like kind of taking the piss of like the class like divides that happen. Like golf is like considered like a middle upper class kind of thing. The way it kind of like pokes fun at that in ways as well. There's also a cool aspect of the film. So yeah, love Happy Gilmore. Another golfing comedy, Caddyshack. An exclusive golf course has to deal with a brash new member and a destructive dancing gopher. Kind of hard to summarize Caddyshack because it's just so off the rails, so discursive. There's not really deliberately, or kind of deliberately, not really a focus to any of it. So they pick up 2 points there in the synopsis. Ironically, I feel like the gopher is like my least favorite part of the whole film. That feels the most like juvenile in like a bad way, and just a bit like maybe it was funny at the time or not, but now it's just good. Like that's kind of when I think of Caddyshack, I don't think of the gopher at all, even though it's on the poster and it kind of like starts and ends the film. So the least funny thing to me in the whole film. But overall, Caddyshack's just a fucking ride. Like I watched it for the first time. I definitely watched this one for the first time in the first lockdown. And I distinctly remember finishing it and then taking a shit and sitting in the toilet and finding myself, I found myself creasing. I can distinctly remember being in the bathroom, just sitting there like hunched over creasing at what I just watched. It was that funny. I can't remember an experience like that. It might actually be the funniest film I've ever seen. Like just on that first viewing, I was just sitting and thinking about all the different jokes. I'm thinking about Bill Murray, thinking about Ty Webb and all their like escapades, and especially Al Cervic, Rodney Dangerfield, who I talk about in performances. I got his pop vinyl as well. Just everything that was just going on just had me creasing so hard that I was just sitting there on the toilet, dying, hunched over, thinking, "What the fuck's going on?" I couldn't stop myself. It was like involuntary. So yeah, I have a strong relationship to Caddyshack based on that experience, and I've seen it probably like 3 or 4 times since then. Because again, this is another calm rewatch for us. I think is this your first time with Caddyshack?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I feel like for this kind of film, you had to be like in the mood. I don't think I was in the mood. I wasn't in the mood to like sit there and laugh for some reason last night. I don't know why. And I need to watch it again when I actually feel like watching like a comedy. Because I think a lot of the things you're meant to laugh at, I just didn't really find funny. Just because I couldn't like, I wasn't like, I like had to watch because we were recording today. I had to watch it last night. So yeah, I think I need to watch it. But it was funny though. Like, and I found a lot of it's funny. I think what you're saying about the gopher, that was probably like the worst part of it because it was really random. That it made the whole thing feel very like disjointed, but not in like a good way because it was like a completely separate storyline. Which it was weird. But even though it wasn't as funny, like Bill Murray still plays that character quite well and makes it like funny enough to be in there, I guess. And I think like Al Cervic, he's really good in this, and kind of the character he plays is so like out there and weird, and like it's just a funny relationship between Al and the judge, how they just hate each other, and like it boils up to them having like a 80 grand like playoff at the end. So yeah, I enjoyed it, and that was it. But yeah, I think I need to watch it again when I can when I feel like having a laugh out loud, I reckon.
The moment with this is when he first meets the judge, and he's looking at the hat. He's looking at it and he makes fun of the hat, not knowing that the judge is wearing it. He like goes up, the Al Cervic goes up to the hat stand. He's like, who would wear this? That's even more crazy because what happened when me and Mason were in a shop in Birmingham, and he was like, I picked up this shirt and I was like, oh, this is disgusting. Who would wear that? Then I turn around and he's holding it like as if he's gonna pick it out. It's literally like as if it was like it was scripted. It was like from a sitcom. That makes me laugh even harder.
Did he put it down and not buy it?
Yeah, I don't think he bought it. It's just it wasn't even planned at all. I just saw this shirt over here. It's like, oh, why would someone wear that? What the fuck? Then I turn around. Sorry. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, that adds extra weight to that scene. But okay, this might be an interesting battle getting into the categories. First two-man head-to-head for a while, I'm pretty sure.
How did we decide it last time? I think we were like, how many, like, rather than who, no, I don't know well, rather than being like who wins each category, we like counted how many points each one got.
What?
So the like performances, if we both vote for Caddyshack, that would get 2 points, and then whoever has like the most like collective points.
Is that what we did?
So, I think so. I feel like because you can't like if we both vote for different things in one category, we're a bit fucked.
Yeah.
So yeah,
let's do that then. I don't remember doing that at all, but yeah, let's do it.
I feel like that's happened. I feel like it's only been us two like a couple of times.
No, it was quite a few times, wasn't it?
Was it? I don't know.
Back in the day.
Last season. Don't remember
last season. Yeah, last season. Yeah, just it's behind us. Focus on take every game as it comes. Focus on the next.
We've had the whole summer off.
Yeah,
Hogs in now.
Yeah. There's already leaks from the dressing room saying they're not happy with.
Well,
his methods,
because they're
methods.
fucking idiots. They're all babies anyway. That I don't want half of them there. So
categories, performances. Man United players, they're not putting in good performances.
Marcus Rashford this season, fuck me, fucking dickhead.
Performances. forgot what I was about to do now. Oh yeah, talk about performances. That's probably what you should do when you say performances. Yeah, Al Savick, Rodney Dangerfield. I need to drink some more water. My lip is getting bad dry.
Yeah, I had pizza for lunch and I think it was quite salty. It's made me really thirsty.
Right. Rodney Dangerfield is so good. That was the main thing, I think, when I was creasing on the toilet. That was the biggest takeaway. Like, what is, I've never seen him before. I've heard his voice. I think I'd seen like the cartoon. He had a cartoon called, I think it was called Rodney, or maybe it was called Dangerfield, and he voiced like a dog or something.
Rover Dangerfield.
Was it?
Rover Dangerfield.
Yeah. I think I must have seen something from that. So I was aware of his voice, but I'd never seen like a performer with his specific type of energy. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like brash, kind of annoying in some ways, but he's just so like, he's just so confident, like strides into every room, takes control of it, so like quick-witted. There's like that one bit in the dinner hall where he insults the judge a few times there, but he thinks he's the waiter, and then when he like kind of moseys on over to the dance floor and the camera kind of follows him, that just captures like his like essence. Everyone like kind of revolves around him. Everyone's attracted to him because he's just so like charismatic in the way he goes about things, and he's got such a weird face as well. And everything about him,
his eyes,
his eyes are bulging, his body's kind of funny as well. It's just, I'd never seen anything like it, so I was like just fascinated and like completely taken by like his presence as a comedic performer. Like, it was really good. And then I watched Back to School, which is probably his like second or maybe even first above Caddyshack, but definitely those are the top two like iconic film performances from him. Back to School is another one. Like, basically takes this character and has a son, and that's about it. He's basically the same character. He's just got a kid, and he's maybe even more rich than he is in this film. It's pretty much the same character, but it works. And it works for the whole film as well. So yeah, he's the standout performer in Caddyshack. Bill Murray, I didn't love Bill Murray the first time. I've kind of grown more to it. There's certain bits I like more than others to do with him. But it's not in my like top 5 Bill Murray performances, I don't think. And then if I'm probably gonna go for Caddyshack for performances, just for it's probably like 2 or 3 real strong ones, and then Al Savick takes over the top, or Rodney Dangerfield. But Adam Sandler in Adam Sandler in Happy Gilmore, he has that psychopathic energy that's in a lot of his comedies, and that he's able to channel into like some of his dramatic roles, like Uncut Gems, is kind of unhinged in a certain way. Like in Happy Gilmore, just some of the like the moments where he just explodes, like when he's in his first golf tournament, when the kid who's meant to be his caddy takes his clubs. He's like, "Where you going with those clubs, huh?" And just like throws it to the ground and stuff. Yeah, just shit like that. It's like, fuck, this guy's just. I think Roger Ebert, the critic, was like, he hated the film because he's just like, this guy's a fucking psychopath. Like, he's just taking violence out everywhere you go. But I still find that to be funny, and that's key. That's key to the Sandler effect. Yeah. I'm still going for a Caddyshack based on the breadth of performances, but Adam Sandler is really great. What do you think to performances?
Yeah, I'll say I like both of them. Like, Adam Sandler is just he's just Adam Sandler in this, but it's one of his like early ones. So I suppose he hadn't established his Adam Sandler-ness yet at this point. But from this, he's kind of this and Billy Madison, like his early stuff. He's made himself like the same in everything, but this is one of his early ones, and he kind of it's just fun to watch in it. And I say like perfectly psychopathic, but then like everyone else just plays their role really well. Like, it's more like subtle, like I don't know, the grandma is just like perfectly clueless in this, and like Chubbs is just like he's trying to take himself really seriously, but he just has like a stupid wooden hand, so it's really funny in that kind of sense. And like Stuart McGavin, just like he tries to be all like suave and like cool, but he's actually just a bit of a mel. It's quite funny as well. So yeah, I think everyone plays their performances really well in Happy Gilmore, but I think Caddyshack just has too many like standout performances, as you say, like Rodney Dangerfield just being so like obnoxious and just kind of taking the control of every room, stealing like the show every scene he's in. I really like respect that, and like Chevy Chase being more like subtly funny. And but Bill Murray, like as you say, like the go for bit isn't as funny, but like I still enjoy him like on the screen. As you say, it's not one of his finest performance, but I still just enjoy like watching him be him, and like the judge being like kind of like, as I say, like he tries to take himself really seriously, but he's just also a bit of a melt as well, and it's like that kind of thing. So I think both films play all the performances are played really well in both films, but I think Caddyshack just has a lot more like standouts within it. So yeah, I'll go for Caddyshack.
There's I heard there's more iconic quotes for me as well from Caddyshack. It's weird though, because the bit when it's like, well, we're waiting in a Caddyshack. Obviously, I'd seen that clip for years as a meme. I had no idea where it was from, but now that I know the context, it's kind of less funny. I don't know why. It felt funnier when I had to see it like on Twitter, waiting for someone who's anticipating something. It's like, well, we're waiting. Now that I know the context, it's not quite as funny. But what was the other one? Even though I don't love Bill Murray's performance as much, his quote is the one that gets used most often by me. Like there's the bit where he's like the Dalai Lama himself. I just find myself just saying that randomly, just in life for no apparent reasons. It's like the Dalai Lama himself, Gunga, Lilunga, all that stuff. Yeah, of course. Shout out Ben Stiller in the performances as well, because that's the number 2 for me in Happy Gilmore above.
What was it? Can I trouble you some warm
Yeah,
milk?
that bit. Yeah.
What's he replace?
You can trouble me for a warm glass of shut the hell up.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's really funny.
That's really funny.
That's actually an elite quote, because you can use that in so many different like contexts. Yeah. Anyone requests something from you, you can trouble me for a warm glass of shut the hell up. Yeah, that's elite stuff.
And the sweatshop, he's running like a sweatshop, isn't he? I can't remember.
Yeah. All that sweatshop for old people. Yeah, that's really funny. All right, so based on this new system, 2 points for Caddyshack. That's right. So we have to note this down. Do I? No, fuck it. Yeah, I'm acting like it's a hardship. I just need to click the button.
It's going to be like 10 points in total then.
Yeah. So story is an interesting one. Caddyshack, just chaos. There's a product of everyone working on the film. A lot of cocaine going on. Guys just like throwing sketches out here, making shit up as they go along. No, like I think originally there was an actual like plot that they had, like when they came up with the idea for the film, like probably something to do, probably building more, because obviously it ends with like the golf competition, and like that, is it Danny? Is Danny the main? I think Danny's the main guy, like the one with the Irish girlfriend. I think that's the main. I think
it's Danny. Yeah.
Yeah. Mate, I'm guessing the original like story, because he kind of feels like the main character.
Yeah, even though the start it does, then it kind of like fades away. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he has like a moment at the end as well, kind of like taking part in the competition. I feel like the original story must have been based around him and like some kind of journey for him, I reckon. But in the end, it all just evolved into this like bunch of sketches, kind of weirdly suited together. Like there's not really any
like how like the Sonder one, Grown Ups 2, that kind of thing. It's just kind of
even that was just like a continual story, kind of following one character mainly. Like you go off, you see other characters here and there, but this is just like sketch after sketch. Like the bit with Bill Murray and Chevy Chase. Like they kind of just they were shooting the film, and then they were like, oh fuck, we haven't got a scene with Bill Murray and Chevy Chase together. Okay, let me just write something quick, and then we'll just have him just punch the mic. I'm so excited about it. We'll just have Chevy Chase randomly playing golf at night. Hits the ball into Bill Murray's house on the course or whatever, and then kind of like has to go in there and play his way out and stuff. Like
and put it onto the grass that Bill Murray made.
Yeah.
It's like
so it's just all like cobbled together because they were just writing stuff on the fly. But at the same time, that it kind of has a charm for me. It's just how loose the structure is, how incoherent it is. There's something just nice, just like leisurely about just flitting between like different character moments, different like funny skits and whatever. Like I kind of enjoy it more than like a conventional A to B comedy plot. So I'm kind of like, yeah, it is a funny one. Like it's a chaotic story, but I'm embracing the chaos in this moment. So I'm gonna give that the point. Although Happy Gilmore, another one that is perfectly another one we got, like they're both sports movies at the end of the day. That's why we're doing golf and comedies, and Happy Gilmore has a nice kind of a completely unrealistic sporting premise. Like, yeah, trying to joining the pro golf tour after winning one amateur competition, trying to get the money to get your grandma's house back. So, yeah, I do like the story in Happy Gilmore, but Caddyshack's chaos is gonna get the vote for me. What about you?
I think Caddyshack is just so disjointed and chaotic. But like Happy Gilmore, at least it has like a structure. It kind of, there's the theme throughout it that he's always doing this for his grandma and like to get her house back and stuff. And then there's also like, you know, there's in every single Adam Sandler film, he has a love interest that is just like completely out of his league and way hotter than him. So that he's like getting with, like whether it's like this is Julie Bowen, but then there's like the newer stuff. It's like Jennifer Aniston or something, like in the like kind of thing. There's always that. So that's in this as well. So yeah, it's at least it's got that kind of side bit, which I don't care about as much as the actual like golf, but yeah, at least it has like a story, it has a structure. I think it always follows like this thing, whereas Caddyshack is just so disjointed. Like I feel like I can't vote for that in like a story section where it's just so random. So yeah, I'm gonna go for Happy Gilmore.
The story is the friends we made along the way. That's the story. All right, so okay, yeah, so it's 2-1 to Caddyshack based on how we're doing this. Yeah, visual style. This will go to Happy Gilmore for me. For the shots of the golf ball flying through the air, all that stuff. That's still pretty fun, pretty cool. And also just really like you mentioned the love interest, the romance, like their date on the ice in the dark. I really like that scene because I really like that song, Endless Love. It's one of my favorite songs of all time, and playing that as they're kind of sliding across the ice, nice and dark, and then zoom out to the janitor or whatever, and he's like mouthing the lyrics was also pretty funny. So just the staging of that whole scene, plus in addition to the ball tracking going on, makes me want to go for Happy Gilmore. With Caddyshack, there's not really anything to remark on for me in terms of visual style. Just more just joke. Here we go, performances. So yeah, give it to Happy Gilmore. What about you?
Yeah, I think neither film really relies on the visual style as like a huge part of it. But as you say, at least Happy Gilmore has kind of like, yeah, the scene, like the shots where it like follows the ball going through the air as it's like flying. I think they're quite cool. And like, I don't know, like being on the golf course at nighttime and that kind of stuff. It's all like I think they actually handle the romantic scenes like really well in the way they're like shot and like lit and stuff. As I say, on the ice hockey rink and that kind of stuff as well. It deals with them quite well. So I think for that sense, I mean, Caddyshack has a bit of like color in it. I suppose like Al has a few like colorful uniforms, that kind of stuff. It's cool in that kind of sense. But yeah, in terms of just everything else, you know, like as I say, like the night scenes, ball flying through the air, that kind of stuff. Happy Gilmore, I think, has to get it. So yeah, Happy Gilmore.
Tone. This category always feels like you've kind of preempted the tone in the previous categories. You got to talk about, especially with comedies, you got to talk about what makes you laugh, and that kind of leads into what your preferred tone would be. So yeah, still Caddyshack for me, similar to the reasons for story, just how wild it is, how it just moves between these different funny moments, these different funny characters, how absurd it is. And this, yeah, again, linking to the performances, is how finely crafted these comedic personas are. Whether it's like, I don't love Bill Murray, but it's a very specific type of Bill Murray that he's doing in terms of like the voice and everything. Ty Webb or the Chevy Chase, like did that and perfected that in Fletch. Okay, Fletch after Caddyshack, it must be. But like, yeah, there's that kind of like, he presents himself as charming and handsome and smart, even though he's a bit of a dummy. That's the funny thing about Ty Webb. Like the way That's something about, I don't know. It's hard, I can't. It's hard to explain exactly how he accomplishes that, but like almost seems quite suave and knows what he's talking about, but he's actually really dumb and kind of incompetent and not as like all the scenes like with the girl that he gets with, he just kind of like fumbling. He's just kind of awkward and fumbling around. Like he's not as not as sensual as he kind of presents himself to be. So yeah, a lot of those finely crafted performances just create a tone in Caddyshack, along with just the messy nature of the story that I connect to. Though Happy Gilmore, it's just, again, like I say, just a lot of laughs. That's also the thing with these comedies. There's not much outside of the comedy to dig into. So it's kind of what do you think's funnier in terms of what tone you prefer? So I'm going for Caddyshack. What do you think?
Yeah, so they've got a similar kind of. I think the thing Caddyshack, like the whole thing and all the characters and everything's like a bit disjointed and like messy in like a good way. But Happy Gilmore, like the only thing that feels like really like there's just things to do with like the character Happy Gilmore, kind of like how like ridiculous he is, kind of like near the start, just going into like a baseball ring, just like getting balls just like flying at him, just like. It is like hits his head. It's like, oh yeah, that one hurt. Just like, that kind of thing. And like, how like ridiculous the concept is that he can just smash like a ball across the whole golf course, and like that's the only thing within the film that feels like disjointed in the sense that Caddyshack is as a whole film. So I think just because Caddyshack just like just vibing along the whole way, just kind of doing whatever they do and just like accepting it for. It's a bit ridiculous, but it's like in a funny way. So yeah, Caddyshack, I think for tone, because it's more. It's like Happy Gilmore's like if you put a Caddyshack character within a normal world, but Caddyshack is all just kind of like that. So yeah, I'll go with Caddyshack.
Another point for Caddyshack. So if I have that right, that's 4-1. Yeah, I did my points. I think that's right. I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. It's like
how big got a total of 5 from if there's 2 of us from 4 categories. It should be a total of 8. No,
a total of 8 points. Is it?
Yeah, because we've
right. So performances 1 point. The 2 points for Caddyshack, isn't it?
Yeah.
Story 1 point for Caddyshack, 1 point for Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
Then visual style 2 points for Happy Gilmore.
Yes, that's 3 all.
Okay, that's why I forgot to add those. And then tone 2 for Caddyshack.
Yeah, so 5-3.
All right. 5-3. Leicester 5, Man United 3. Cambiasso. That's what I think about when I think of 5-3.
I don't like to think about it.
Unique category. I went for best advert for golf. What sells the sport of golf in the best way? Happy Gilmore's like a complete rise to the top, using golf to get the money he needs to save his grandma. More of a conventional sports movie as well as a comedy than Caddyshack, which is like set at a golf club. It's weird. It's funny. It's like working class people that we've kind of focused on mainly, or at least like the caddies and stuff, but in this like upper class environment. It's kind of weird. Like the movie kind of can kind of serve like 2 sets of people, but you don't actually, there's not actually much like golfing sporting action going on until the end. It's like, oh yeah, let's do a competition between Judge Smales and Al Cervic, and then Danny and that get involved as well. So yeah, two different types of golfing movies, but I feel like, I don't know, what I think is better advert for golf. Maybe probably Happy Gilmore, just because it's a bit more conventional. It's like an actual like competition. Shows like going through a whole round, the journey of that, everything like that. It's kind of enjoyable to experience. You know what I forgot to mention as well? What I find really funny is the guy who Shoot McGavin pays to distract Happy. To like call him you jackass.
And then he drives into the
No, that is when he goes, when Shooter gives him the money, he's like, you want to go get some dinner at a Red Lobster? Shoot, I thought we were going to be friends. He's just, I just found that so funny. I thought we were gonna be friends. Shooter, okay, you'll call me Shooter. Yeah. He hit the way he does. The way he says jackass as well, is really funny. You jackass. Yeah, based on those reasons, I'm going for Happy Gilmore. Even though Caddyshack is like a different world, it's more about the club, the dynamic of a golf club, and like these, and the idea of caddies as well is a funny thing. I don't know if that's still a thing. If, like, do they just have like they employ like kids, and was that a thing over here? I'm guessing it was. Like, I mean, I have to ask my granddad.
Oh, can here you just use a golf cart, don't you? Carry it for you.
I don't know. Like, I don't know what their like culture is, but even just just that idea of just like having kids, like employing kids to just carry around the golf clubs for like rich people. It's a funny old thing. But I'm going for Happy Gilmore for the best advert for golf. What about you?
See, Happy Gilmore's are more like it's within like a professional setting, but it's also like an unrealistic the way he can like hit the ball and stuff, and just kind of rises to the top after like one amateur tournament.
And when he has that hole where he like fucks up really badly, but somehow he's only like one under par. That's really funny. When he's like hitting the wall and everything like that, somehow that there's no way you could come back from that. It's impossible.
No, literally, because the par's never going to be more than like 4 or 5, and even 5 is like pushing it a bit. Like that just wouldn't happen. So yeah, whereas Caddyshack's like it's more realistic in like the golf sense, I guess, but it's just like a load of like upper class like wankers pretty much just playing it, and so it's yeah, I don't know which one's probably like Happy Gilmore would make you want to be like, I don't know, like just make you want to play it kind of more. Just it looks more fun the way he plays it. Whereas like yeah, so I think I'll go with Happy Gilmore as well. Actually, it's quite a hard one, that one, because they're both like Happy Gilmore will say it's more like unrealistic the way they portray it, but Caddyshack's like I don't think I want to play with like those people.
You know, I just forgot to mention is you forget the thing of comedy, these type of comedies, like funny moments and funny characters has come into my head as we're talking about it. I forgot to talk about it first, but Ty Webb's like interaction with Danny, their first interaction on the golf course, where he's like, when I think Danny's talking about like, well, you can't get into college or something or whatever. His problems don't actually matter to the plot, but it's just kind of a setup. But like and Ty's like, you do drugs, Danny? Yeah, good. And Hoda says, do you do drugs? Every day. Good. This is the way this way Chevy Chase just delivers those lines. Like if I just did that, it wouldn't be funny. But
it's just so like deadpan in like a perfect way. I don't mean,
you do drugs, Danny? Every day. Good. It's like you don't have to go to uni. This isn't Russia. Is this Russia? No. Forza.
It's really random.
When he tells the story about Mitch Cumstein, I can't even remember what the story is. It's like because he said the thing about him, he sounds like he's making. That's the thing about him, like pretending to be smart, because he talks like he's about to give you like valuable advice, but it just turns out to be rubbish.
With like a bit of confidence, and
the tone of it is just incredible. So yeah, shouldn't neglect to mention that, because that's another elite part of Caddyshack. But somehow, after changing the scoring system, I think we've ended up with 5-5 anyway. Oh. That's really funny.
Are we allowed to call it a draw or not? Should we call Matty and be like A or B?
Oh yeah, phone Matty, and if he picks up the phone, then he gets to make the choice.
Okay.
He's definitely seen Happy Gilmore. I don't know about Caddyshack. If he doesn't answer, then we'll think of something else.
Okay, I'll call him.
Hi, is that Matty? Yeah, I'm on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. They're asking.
He picked up.
Hello?
Hi.
Hang on. Okay, I can hear you. What's up?
Do you prefer Caddyshack or Happy Gilmore?
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore wins then.
Right. Happy Gilmore then. All right.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're on at the moment.
Nice. Okay, cool.
All right, thanks. See you later.
All right.
All right, Happy Gilmore wins. Phone a friend.
Wait, hang on. My AirPods are disconnected from the computer now, for fuck's sake.
For fuck's sake.
So it's time for a game. Yeah, it's just a sports movie quiz. So just found the sports movie quiz online. So I'll just read out the questions and you gotta. Should we work together or should we just try it?
Does it say the answer there?
No, it's like you gotta fill in the. It's got a question and you gotta fill in the answer.
Oh yes, yeah, work together then.
Okay.
Teamwork
Cool.
makes the dream works.
All right. So
That should, I hope that should be the like motto for DreamWorks Studios. Like teamwork makes the dream works. That would be really good.
when they work together to make like Shrek. Yeah.
Yeah, teamwork makes the dream works. And then remember everyone when they were on Zoom in the first pandemic.
Surely that saying's like from somewhere though.
I
That's
thought
not
isn't that
theirs.
just like a British thing? A Brit.
Is
I
it?
don't know. Okay, I need to find this out now before we start.
Teamwork makes dream work. Apparently it's a book.
Wait, is it?
Oh no, it's from 2002. That was definitely a saying before me.
Yeah, it must be. Yeah. Teamwork makes the dream work. Who said it? Oh no, apparently it was first coined in 2002.
Really?
That's
It's from the book in 2002. I don't believe that.
I remember it went in 2001. I used to always say that.
You're 3 years old.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
You and your mum just like bake some cookies together.
Yeah.
Teamwork makes a dream work.
That's quite mad, actually. That should come from there. Still,
Yeah,
DreamWorks can buy that. Teamwork makes the dream works. Anyway,
All right. Should we get going with this quiz?
Yeah.
All right. Ready? 7 minutes starts now. Patches O'Houlihan is a character from. I don't know.
where's Houlihan's brother, Patches?
Plays for Wigan. What bit Charles Peterson's hands off in Happy Gilmore? That's a big old
Crocodile.
croc.
That's alligator, isn't it? I actually know. No, it's
Oh, no,
crocodile.
yeah, crocodile didn't come up. Alligator.
Oh, it's alligator.
Oh, it's alligator. Yeah, because alligator's the ones in the water.
Hmm.
Who plays James Hunt in Rush? That's Chris Hemsworth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which character said, "If you ain't first, you're lost"?
I'm gonna. Which character?
I think I recognize that.
That sounds like from Remember the Titans. I can imagine Denzel saying that. If you ain't first, you're. If you ain't. No, what was it? Say the quote again.
If you ain't first, you're lost.
You ain't first, you're last. Nah, I don't think that's
I
right.
don't know. We've used a minute of our 7 minutes already.
Oh, fuck.
Tin Cup revolves around which major? That's golf, no?
Tin Cup, it's a hockey thing, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know. I don't know. Michael B. Jordan's the star of the dot sporting saga. Creed.
So yeah.
Yeah. Senna depicts the life of the gifted F1 driver who was his rival. Was this James Hunt? Is
No, it's not. It's not.
it not?
No, it's
Oh, that I'm thinking of.
that's Nicky Lauda.
Oh yeah.
Ayrton Senna. I don't actually know. I don't even know
Okay.
what era that is. Fuck, it's getting bad.
Who played Don Revy in The Damned United?
Oh, Michael Sheen.
Michael Sheen. Apparently not.
What?
I've never seen The Damned United.
The damn it!
Is it different? Is it the other? Is it another Sheen?
What am I thinking of? A different different football film? No, it's definitely. I'm thinking of Michael. Oh, the damn you. That's gonna be annoying. Robert Duvall. I don't think so. He did another football film, but I don't think it's that.
That's not what it's about.
What the fuck's Michael Sheen in then? That's annoying.
So in Rudy, which college does he desperately want to play football for? I've never seen this.
I've heard of it, but no idea.
I'll just put in like Texas or something, see if it comes up. That didn't come up. Okay. Miracle depicts the miracle on ice where the US beat
Oh, I've seen that. Soviets.
Canada.
The Soviets.
Wait, I'm from Russia.
Russia.
Maybe a similar. Yeah, Russia, USSR. Okay. What is the name of MMA inspired drama that starred Tom Hardy? A Warrior.
Warrior.
Who did the Mighty Ducks beat in the championship final?
Don't know.
Moneyball revolves around the trials and tribulations of which club?
Yeah, Oakland A's. Oakland Athletics.
Yeah, Oakland Athletics. There you go. Which sport did Seabiscuit revolve around? Is that horse riding?
Yeah, it must be.
Horse riding?
Or horse
Is that-
racing. Or equestrian.
Racing. Yeah, horse racing. There you go. If you build it, he will come. Is from which film?
If you build it, he will come. I feel like I've heard that. If you build it, he will come.
I don't know that.
No, I don't know.
Johnny Lawrence belongs to which dojo in an 80s classic? So I assume the
Karate Kid.
what dojo
Is it? Oh, what
Oh,
dojo?
yeah, I see.
Cobra Kai.
What dojo's? Oh yeah. Cobra's not a K. Let's see. I'm done. Okay, there we go. The Hanson brothers are goons in which hockey film?
Hanson.
The Hanson brothers are goons in which hockey film?
Goon.
Goon.
Probably not. Be a weird thing to use the word goon if the film was goon. Hockey film. What other hockey films have I seen? Probably none. Don't know.
No. What nickname does Charlie Sheen's character have in Major League?
I have no idea. That's on my list. I want to watch that.
What, Major League?
Yeah.
Rodney Dangerfield brings out the laughs in which comedies about golf. A League of Their Own involves on which sport? It's baseball, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who
good film.
is Rocky's opponent in Rocky 4?
Drago? Is it?
Ivan. Yeah, it's Drago. Yeah. Who's the female lead in Bull Durham?
I know it's Kevin Costner and no, I'm not gonna get it. Can't remember if she's famous.
Channing Tatum and Samuel Jackson started in which film? That's Coach Carter, isn't it? Yeah, it's Coach Carter.
Channing Tatum's in Coach Carter.
Channing Tatum's one of the players, yeah. He's like the only white guy on the team.
Yeah.
Jake the Motter is a character in
Raging Bull.
Yeah. Which film revolves around the Permian Panthers?
What? I have no idea.
No idea. There's one here that says Will Smith received his first Oscar nomination for a role as which sporting icon, but it's Muhammad Ali's already filled in there, so I don't know where that's come from. Oh, I think it's when I wrote alligator. Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny.
Well, alligator's double L and I spelled it wrong.
Alligator.
Alligator. In Cool Runnings, the Jamaican team are Sanka Junior, Yule, and I don't know their names.
Sanka Junior, Yule, and Darius.
How about us?
Darius. Yeah, it's definitely something
left.
Darius.
Who plays the lead in The Hurricane?
Denzel.
Who played Fast Eddie in The Hustler?
Paul Newman.
Paul
Newman, that's his dad's name.
Oh yeah, it is as well. Will Ferrell plays Chaz Michaels in. Is that Blades of Glory?
Thursday, that's funny.
It must be.
Chaz Michael.
Yeah, it is. All right, we've got 30 seconds left, and is there any others that you thought of?
Go read them out. I can't remember.
We'll be quick. But Patches O'Houlihan's a character from what? Which character says if you ain't first, you're last. Tim Cup revolves around. Just
remember the type. Frank Barnes. Try Frank Barnes. I don't think that's right.
Frank Barnes, that's not. Who played Don Revy in Damned United?
Oh, that's gonna piss me off.
Senna depicts the life of gifted driver who was his rival. Time's up.
Right,
Patches O'Houlihan. Oh, he's from Dodgeball. He's the guy with the patch. The eye patch coaches him. That makes sense. Which character says you're first, you're last? That was Ricky Bobby.
Oh, that's Talladega Nights.
Was it? I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
Tim Cup revolves around which major? US Open.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was golf. Senna's rival was Alan Prost.
I wouldn't know that.
Don Revy is played by Colin Meaney.
Oh, okay. So thinking of the wrong film.
In Rudy, which college does he want to play for? Notre Dame.
Never would have thought that.
No, never would have got that. Who in the Mighty Ducks beating the championship final? They beat the Hawks.
Oh yeah. No.
If you build it, he will come is from Field of Dreams.
Okay. That's another one. There's a lot of I feel like baseball produces the best sports movies. That's the vibe I'm getting. A lot of the sports movies on my list are baseball.
How many have I seen? I think I've seen like on and off a League of Their Own. I've obviously seen Moneyball. I can't even think of any others. I haven't seen any. I haven't seen any others. The Hanson Brothers are the goons in which hockey film that's Slapshot.
I've heard that's good.
What nickname does Charlie Sheen's character have in Major League? Wild Thing.
No idea.
And we've got the next few. Who's the female lead in Bull Durham? Susan Sarandon.
No,
Didn't know that.
that's another
Which
baseball one
one-
on my list.
Oh, is it another one? Bloody hell. Something
I think,
baseball.
I think that's baseball. Must be. I think. So.
Is Moneyball your favorite baseball film?
Yeah.
Which film revolves around the Permian Panthers? Friday Night Lights.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the Cool Runnings. The fourth member is called Derice.
Yeah.
I spelled it wrong.
Is it Darice?
It's Derice.
Oh, that's
I
weird.
couldn't like get the spelling
Derice.
right.
Darice Bannock.
I put Rees.
LSTAR.
Spell Lester out. I know it's spelled red. LST. If I dig a hole and it's 20 feet, how deep is the hole? About 5 feet.
Oh dear.
Oh, crack on, boys. Well, what do we get? We got 57% right.
It's not bad.
Apparently, the average is 31. So, yeah, I'll take that.
Mid-table.
Yeah, 17 out of 30. Not bad.
Better than Everton.
Yeah, I actually hope that'd be so funny if they get relegated.
I'd actually like Everton, but it would just be so interesting to watch a club that spent the 8th most amount of money in the last like 6 years in the world
Championship.
to get relegated with players with like Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin, Andre Gomez. They got more good players.
We've managed to sink football into every section category.
Yeah, it's true.
We got to do it in the next one as well.
Yeah. So yeah, I only hope they go down because it'll just be fascinating to see what happens there. And also,
Yeah,
I
really
want
cool.
Calvert-Lewin at Arsenal, and I'll take Richarlison as well. To be honest, if it's like
I'll take
20,
Richarlison,
20
Man United,
they're gonna have to. They're already fucked financially anyway. So to get relegated, I don't even know what's
There's
gonna
these
happen.
stupid things that spend £40 million on Iwobi and shit like that. They're in the same.
They've wasted more money. They've been worse than Barcelona almost, and Arsenal, and Man
It's
United.
they're like a poor man's Barcelona. It's pretty mad.
And the thing is, Arsenal, Man United, Barcelona could or not Barcelona, because Barcelona went so overboard they got into like ruinous debt. But like Man United and Arsenal can afford to waste money the way they do. It doesn't actually meet. You won't fall that far, fucking up in that way. Whereas Everton, spending that much money and fucking up, you can actually fall to this point where you could get
Yeah.
relegated.
I wonder who would actually like leave, because there's
Most of their players are leaving.
well, their defense is pretty much championship level anyway.
But they're all on like Michael Keane's probably earning like 80 grand a week or something.
Yeah, we have to afford them, but like
Pickford's
No,
probably
like-
on like 100 grand a week.
yeah. Then you get, I don't know, like Andre Gomez would definitely leave, surely. Is Dele Alli there permanently, isn't he?
Yeah, Dele Alli, yeah.
Has he been injured or something? Or has he
No,
been
he's not playing him.
Oh, fair.
Yes, man. But that's the game.
Wilson, yeah, well, that's the game. That's talking about football.
I'm Kevin.
Emily.
Do you like heavy metal at all?
How do they do it? They suck. There's 3 chords and they still can't get it right.
I guess we'll be seeing you at the Battle of the Bands then.
This is huge for us. This is our moment.
No doubt. No doubt.
It's nothing personal, Emily. It's just you're not consistent with the image we're trying to project. And I say no Yokos.
That was inappropriate.
I completely agree.
I'm talking about you.
If you're gonna be all girls with cellos, this isn't gonna work.
You need me a lot more than I need you.
You're supposed to be his best friend.
Metal is power. Metal is speed. Metal is the key to everything.
Take off the costume, Krusty the Clown.
Cunt!
You can't say that in America.
All right, the main review, as a product of circumstances, wouldn't have normally ever picked this film, but it's Metal Lords, out today, which is not today because this get released on Wednesday, but today as we're recording, and out now on Netflix. Two Metal Lords, two friends try to form a heavy metal band with a cellist for the Battle of the Bands. Yeah, this is funny because I would never watch a film like this. Like just one of Netflix's like the standard, just get out there. So we have a film every week, just get this out there. Not a tremendous amount of like effort or star power or like big budget or anything. It's like we need to keep chatting, as well as like giving money to Scorsese and Fincher and Jane Campion to make their like artistic auteur driven works. We're also just going to churn out these kind of films, teen dramas, teen comedies, whatever. And normally I'd just like wouldn't even pay attention to it. I'd open up the Netflix app, they try to put it in front of me and say watch Metal Lords, and it'd probably be like the number one film probably the number one film that week on Netflix or something. But I'd end up just ignoring it. So it's interesting to actually sit here and watch one of these direct to streaming films that isn't like high profile or anything. Can't say that I like the film, to be honest. It's kind of fine in some places, not very good in some places. Never really any moments that I was like enjoying it or that I was impressed particularly. It's kind of it's kind of very 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 dry. It like went down easy enough, not a difficult watch. It's only 90 minutes long and stuff like that, but overall, I don't know. So it's just funny because I've never normally watched this kind of films. It was just a different experience. I've kind of, everything I watch is because I'm choosing it to watch because it's got like a good reputation, or like that in terms of films from the past. Like it's got a good reputation, or like critics say it's good, or it's got cult following and stuff like that. So I rarely watch a film that's just like meh, unless it's like a new film in the cinema, or it's a film that had a lot of good reviews and I reacted to it more with a more muted reaction. But that rarely happens. So this is a different one. Ross, what do you think of Metal Lords?
I mean, I think my expectations were so low for this that I kind of was a little bit surprised. It was actually okay. Like, it's enjoyable enough. Like, it's a bit of like a weird premise. Like, I didn't like the character. I can't remember his name.
Hunter?
Yeah, I didn't like him at all. It was a terrible character.
Well, like Hunter.
Yeah, exactly. Like dickhead. Yeah, he's a terrible character, and I just didn't like him at all. But like, and I was saying to you earlier, the girl, her accent is just, I couldn't work it out at all. I don't know what her actual accent is in real life, but I think you're saying she's like English. Then they call her Scottish at one point, I think, but I thought she was Irish, and I don't really know what's going on there with that. That there's the kid from it in it as well. He's all right, I guess. He's fine. There's it's enjoyable enough, just like to kind of put on as like an easy watch. I didn't have to like super concentrate for this and follow it like completely. It's easy enough, and it kind of it gets down you easily, I guess. It's it's not bad. I'm not really sure what to say about it really. It's kind of fine. I'll say a bit surprised that it was actually okay, because I was expecting it to be shit, but enjoyable enough, I think.
I'm trying to identify where that actress is from, but she's not famous enough to have a profile. It seems it's just ISIS or ISIS, who knows? It's just kind of like, it says she's British. That's
British.
That's all I'm getting at the moment. I feel like I'd have to spend time digging deeper.
Born and raised in England.
Born and raised in England, okay. So she's trying to do a Scottish accent. Okay. Yeah, that's a weird one. Not gonna lie, overall, I didn't like any of the performances. Like, I'm trying to think because like you say, like Hunter, yeah, he's like irredeemably annoying and bad vibes. Like I didn't want him to like succeed or thrive by the end of the film, and like have this like big like triumphant moment with him and his friends. He was just like he was just a dick like the whole time. There was nothing redeemable about him in terms of the writing, and then the performance was equally as annoying on top of that. So there's just there's nothing to recover it for me. I just did Hunter was just annoying. Like his whole presence, his whole personality, everything that he wanted. Like tells everything we know about him, everything he wanted in life. It was just a bit ingratiating. So that didn't help. And then on top of that, the kid from It, he just had no like personality. I don't know. There was just talking about the charisma of Rodney Dangerfield. This kid, like he's meant to be the protagonist. He's like the narrator. There was just no, but even his narration sounded like he was like not talking loud enough into the microphone, which could be like part of his personality, but I didn't really get that vibe. I didn't really get any kind of sense of personality of him. He wasn't like fully like timid, but he wasn't confident, and he wasn't like completely awkward. He had the like passion he had for like death metal didn't like come across. I don't know. It was just very flat. I thought from him. I don't know. Did I like him in It? I guess he was okay in It.
It's fine, I think.
Yeah, like I don't know.
It's probably easier when there's like when there's like big characters around you, like bigger personalities, it's easier to kind of like be the normal one that's like a bit more relatable. But with this, it's just like he's just got like one really irritating friend, and like his girlfriend's quite like awkward as well, and hasn't really got much like very like 2D, both of them. It's kind of like a bit boring.
They like try to add depth there. I think it's interesting, like they're like when they have sex, the way that whole plays out is kind of an interesting way to go about it. Like in a teen comedy or teen drama, it wouldn't normally do it like that, where they kind of, so what happens, they meet in person for the first time. It's when he brings her to their band practice and says like, to Hunter, and we want her to be in there. He's like, oh no, you can't be in the band, no, cello, death metal, no, whatever, fuck off. And then that's when it gets brought out that they're both virgins. All three of them are virgins, and then she phones him up, and it's kind of like,
not be,
dude, yeah. And they just meet up in the back of her van in a car park. Like, I don't know, it was like weird, but also kind of different. It was almost like not realistic, but like kind of more authentic. It wasn't like glamorized or anything than you would get in like these teens.
I guess so, yeah.
It wasn't like dressed up to be like this like magical moment or stuff like that. Like I don't know,
like really awkward. Like it kind of is.
It's like awkward and like random and like trying like finding comfort in their like weirdness together and stuff. So that was okay, but then I think that's the other problem. Like the direction was just dry. The guy. I'm looking at his career. Like he did Nick and Nora's. Is it Nick and Nora's? I think it's Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, which I haven't seen, but that's got I think that's got a bit of a cult following. It was like reasonably well received. And I've like noticed that on like streaming services in the past, being like, I could check that out at some point. And then like his first film was like, he's got like an 84 Metascore, his first film that he did. But like clearly there must be something about this. I haven't seen any of his films. But then the last two that I think he's done since Nick and Nora were less received more of a mixed or negative reaction. But like based on the first film, like in 84, like so there must be some like talent in this guy. But watching this, there was just nothing. He didn't take you on a journey at all in terms of the direction. Like I didn't know that the tone of it all was just really flat. Like it's not a terribly like original story, so you need to do something a bit more lively with how you direct it and how you guide us through. Because by the time you get to the end with the whole racing to compete in the Battle of the Bands, it didn't feel like important. Like this kind of feel you got to make it feel like it's a big deal. Like we're kind of leading up to this point, and this is everything they've been building towards, and it's going to be like a great moment. And there was just no sense of that the whole time. And just frequently throughout the film, I just didn't feel like the director was kind of creating any moments of excitement or any kind of feelings of strong emotion. It was just kind of drifting scene to scene with I don't know. Is that did you get that sense watching it? Like, is it very like easygoing? There's nothing being done to make it like stand out above like similar films.
Yeah, I think apart from like the girl having like I can't remember that, having like anger issues, and like the guy that hunted as being a twat. There's nothing else like that pops about it. I think the whole him being like a mental institution was a bit of like a weird story, and breaking out of there, I don't really know what that was. It was kind of
That just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it didn't really make sense.
And it wasn't even like a funny thing, like a little but all it was in a mental like there was just like no direction going. It was just like, okay, we're doing this now, random.
Yeah, I kind of like the bit where he's in the pool. The main kid's in the pool, like kiss that girl's like kissing him, and then like all the old band members, like I don't know who they were, but they're just standing around the pool that's like talking to him, like being his mind because he's drunk. I thought that was probably like one of the standout bits of the film. That actually was kind of funny. Yeah. I don't know. I think some of the film, there's certain aspects like I think the editing was done quite nicely, like a lot of it kind of cut along to music, that kind of stuff. I think that that aspect was actually okay, to be honest. But no, there's too many bits of this film that just feel weird. Like, as I say, the being in the mental institution, that is say there's nothing funny about it, like that they play as a comedy. He just kind of meets like a guy who used to be in a metal band, and he's like, yeah, you're fine. And his mate just breaks him out of there, and that's it. Like, it's I don't really know.
Like, it could have just been like if it was done in like a more excited way. It's like breaking him out and like propulsive as we go from there to the battle of the bands. Like it would feel like a real like epic journey, feel like an adventure kind of thing. There's just no there was just no vibes. I was just sitting there like, okay, cool, like yeah, it's all good. No, this what's happening next. This is happening now. Here's the next scene. There was just nothing that popped about it. It's a weird one. But I do agree. Like the one bit in the film I did like was that first like kind of montage where like he's like learning about death metal and she's kind of studying it a bit as well. And what's that song? You probably know the name of that song. It's a tune. I actually know that's the main song that they like perform to, and she like learns how to play it on the cello. Actually, I know that song. I feel like it's been in other films, but it's actually a tune.
I can't remember how it even went.
I need to know how it goes now.
I literally watched it this morning. I can't remember this.
I watched it 2 hours ago. No, 3 hours. No, I need to know. I need to just know the rhythm. Because like you said, like the way it was edited together, like the rhythm of it was just really satisfying. The way the song goes, it was like perfectly suited to that kind of montage, like the build up and learning more about this world and getting to grips with the music or whatever. But yeah, I need to know that song. The Wikipedia page is very short in it. There's no detail yet.
Yeah,
you know thing. I reckon by tomorrow it'll be on there. I want to know who's responsible for like who decides to update that. Like, is it the filmmakers?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's always the curious thing about
what's on here. The Ace of Spades is on here. It's not that, is it?
The Ace of Spades.
Yeah, Ace of Spades. I don't really know how it goes after that bit.
Oh, for fuck's sake, what is it?
I don't really listen to that much like metal, so I don't know, actually.
If it's not even like it's like metal, but it's more like it's not like screamo.
I don't know.
If there's a difference,
I can't remember how it goes.
All right, I'm getting up Netflix right now. Fuck it.
You're actually gonna put it on.
Surely I can find that song. How am I? No, it's not gonna be possible, is it? No, I need to know because I want to have it in my head. Nah, fuck this. I'm not gonna be able to find it. It's gonna take too much effort. All right.
Which part of the film was it? Oh yeah.
No, it's when they're learning. It's probably like I reckon if I had to guess, it's like half an hour in, maybe 40 minutes.
Oh, wait, hang on, let me.
Anyway. Yeah. But that's probably the only bit I do like is that whole sequence of them learning. That was the only time there was a bit of an atmosphere created, I thought, because aside from that, it was just very banal and just subdued in a really weird way. I don't really know. I don't know what the purpose was. You know, it's written by the Game of Thrones guy. Do you notice that?
Which one? DB Weiss?
DB Weiss, yeah.
Oh, fair. I didn't know that.
And so maybe because you can see like maybe the potential there. I'm guessing maybe there's some sort of
It's a
autobiographical.
song called War Pigs by Black Sabbath.
Okay,
I didn't know that.
I don't know the title, but I definitely heard that song in other films or elsewhere.
Yeah, there you go. I didn't know that was called that, but I do like it. Someone's
Fair.
trying to mind and our destruction.
Yeah, there we go. And man and death and master. Yeah. It's a tune. But yeah, DBY. So it feels like kind of inspired by like someone's childhood. I don't know if it is.
Feels like season 8 of Game of Thrones.
Season 9.
That's an insult to Metal Lords.
Yeah. But yeah, it feels like it's inspired by someone's childhood. I don't know if this was like an interest of his, like metal, but you can see like the potential for like a fun like teen story there, like kind of being on the outskirts of being on the fringes of like the social scene because you're into death metal and it's not as popular. So you can see like where like a fun like teen comedy could come from, and that is not even to do with the writing so much. Like they don't even actually need to have that. I guess some of the characters are a bit, like you say, like 2D, but they could. I feel like it's more the fault of the direction that this wasn't a more like just. It doesn't have to be good. It could have just been a bit more engaging. I thought. But yeah, funny thing for the Game of Thrones guy to be doing after their Star Wars stuff got shelved.
Probably not the best thing to have on your CV, really, is it?
Kind of a come down for him. Wonder what Benioff is doing. Yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else in particular that you liked about Metal Lords? Any of the fringe performances or anything?
What's his name? Brett Gelman, as the dad. He's kind of in a few scenes. He's okay, I guess, just because he kind of has a charisma that no one else really has in the film. It's just someone that you recognize that you can be like, oh, it's him, and he's kind of okay to watching it. Like that's the only kind of like thing that stood out to me. Apart from that, there's nothing else especially that kind of stood out. As I say, I did like the scene where he's in the pool and there's all the people around him and stuff. And as you said, the scene where they have sex, it's kind of like a more like awkward, realistic version of it all. But no, there's like I was just. Hunter's just too dislikable in this film for me to like any other part of this film, like properly. I think. Yeah,
like I was hoping when he gets attacked by the bullies, I'm like, yeah, fair play.
Yeah,
you do you. Which is not really a good sign in this kind of film. Like you should be wanting the bullies to get their comeuppance, but I'm just there.
You should want him to like make it for Battle of the Bands, whatever it is. You should want him to do that. But
just did not care at all. I feel like that's the main thing, and there was just nothing. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I guess in the scenes with the former band member who's now a doctor, I'm guessing those are the scenes where we're trying to like humanize Hunter a bit more and get to know him and what he wants and stuff like that. But it just didn't work. And I feel like it's as much as it's that much down to the performance as the writing. So yeah. But again, like even that scene, like you talk about the scene in the pool, that. Because of the direction, that also just felt like I like the scene, but like in terms of how that fits into the story, this again just felt like we're just going through the motions. Like we're not really, because that's like, oh look, he's kind of like getting it, because that's the always happens, like the nerd is like kind of popular now. So is he gonna abandon is he gonna like not be as cool of a guy? Like he's gonna cheat on his girlfriend with this other girl because he's got like more friends now and he's a bit popular. So he'll do more. He's more likely to do dickhead things. So like it's that kind of moment in a teen movie that you always get. But it doesn't feel like, I don't know. It just feels so like muted the way it happens. Like it kind of happens, and then he says the narration's like, yeah, I decided not to because I love the thingy, whatever her name is, Isis. And then next scene he's with Isis doing Isis things, and it's just slotted in there without really feeling like it had like a meaningful impact. Like we're actually going on a journey with this character. Again, that's part because I just don't like his performance and his persona. But again, just this weak direction, which is kind of the prevailing theme of my Metal Lords opinions, is that it's just not a lot going on with it. I don't actually understand. I don't even know what this director was trying to achieve. But yeah, I don't know. Have you got any more thoughts on Metal Lords? I don't think I do. You know.
Yeah, I don't think I do. There's not very much else to say. That's like kind of poor direction, not very great, like poor performances, not very likable characters. Yeah.
Other than that, it's a good fun time for the whole family, and I'm sure it's going to be #1 on Netflix this month, this
Probably,
week.
yeah.
Just
I
'cause
didn't actually mind it. Like when you look deep into it, it's terrible, but like it's just an easy watch, isn't it? And, yeah.
I'll never come back to it. But I mean, it is funny. This probably be the only time we'll just do like the random film that's streaming on Netflix this week, rather than like selecting like an actually like interesting new release.
to do with scheduling when we can make it.
Yeah,
For the podcast. Yeah.
so it's worthwhile get insight into what your mainstream consumer is watching, because that's what Netflix is producing this stuff for. Just like your average
And this
guy.
is why we don't normally do it.
Yeah, fucking dumb normal people watching this stupid Netflix originals.
It's okay, they're not going to listen to a film podcast, so we can say that.
Yeah. Go watch The Northman. You
Go and put on Citizen Kane.
Yeah, go for educate yourself. All right, so that's it for this first 2-man episode in a while. Just one Zoom for the
Great
whole
start
thing.
to the first
The new season.
The season, yeah.
We'll hope. Well, May made an appearance.
Oh, you did a little bit, yeah.
Casting the deciding vote in the head-to-head.
Thanks, May.
She just phoned Mason for no reason as well.
Oh, yeah, you would have finished work now.
Oh, wait, I'll do the whole.
Okay.
I'll do the whole like exit, and then when I say, what do I say? I forgot what I say.
Go well.
Go well, yeah. Mason will say go well over the phone.
Okay. Whoever rings him, the other person can't hear him because we have headphones in.
Forget it. This is pointless. Could do.
Might
Might be a bit pointless. All right, at Corona Cinema on Instagram, at Liam Wayne 98 on Twitter, Spotify, Apple, Google, Amazon, Stitcher, Podbean. Next time, what is the head-to-head? The new release is the unbearable weight of massive talent. Is that?
Yeah.
Nick Cage playing Nick Cage. That's the new release. The head-to-head, I can't remember. Is it Presidents?
Yeah, I think yeah, I've got that. Presidents.
Oh.
The film with JFK is almost as long as just these 3 films we did this week.
Yeah. JFK is fucking mad. We have a different. This is good though. They're 2 completely different styles of films.
Well, within Presidents, JFK isn't even in JFK, is he?
Nah, not really.
Okay.
It's about the assassination of him.
Oh.
And the conspiracies. But well, still named after the president. And Lincoln. I haven't seen Lincoln, so
I haven't seen Lincoln, but I like Daniel Day-Lewis. So.
And it's a Spielberg film that I haven't seen as well. So see how he tackles this historical drama. Until then, go well.
Cheers.